What's up, everyone? This is Gail Dudley with your news in motion. It is Monday, people. It is Monday, September the 13th, 2021. And it's time for the weekend recap and the headlines on your news in motion. I am your host. Yes, it is. It's me. I am Gail Dudley, and I am live today. And I'm asking you to either watch live or watch the replay. Hello to all of you. Glad you decided to tune in. Glad you decided to tune in on this Monday, whether you're watching it live or the replay. I want to say hello to all of you. Hello, 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 hello. Who do I have in the room today? I see y'all coming in here. So good morning to all of you. If you are watching later in the day, good afternoon to you. If you are watching this evening, good evening to you. I just want to say hello to everybody who is tuning in. It is so excited to be back on my routine and to get started and to see all the great things that God is sending all of our ways. As we're waiting for people to come in, I just want to give you just a quick recap over the weekend, just asking you, what did you do? If you just want to put in the thread there, something that you did special this weekend or something that you're going to be doing, something that you're already looking forward to in the upcoming weekend, go ahead and put it in the comments so that we can check it out. For me, I chilled. Yes, I did. I chilled all weekend long, and it was fun. So much fun. I watched a couple of movies. I actually was cool enough to go on a walk. I watched that Ohio State football game against Oregon, and we lost that baby. I was just mad. I just wanted them to tie it up. I see some of you went to a wedding. I see some of you have been traveling. Yes, good morning to all of you. So if you just let us know what your weekend was looking like, we would just be excited to hear about it. Listen, I need everyone to hit the share button. Share is free. I need everyone to hit the share button because today, we've been talking about finances. We've been talking about debt. We've been talking about building our wealth. Today is the kickoff of our Finances in Motion series. Yep, it's our kickoff of our Finances in Motion series. And today we have Dr. Kim Carter. I'll tell you a little bit more about her a little bit later. But she's going to give y'all some serious nuggets of how she went from a 600 credit score to an 800. Hello, somebody. Y'all better get those pen and papers, your smartphone, your Memo, something so that you can take the necessary notes. This kicks it off. Today we'll kick off our Finances in Motion series. Now, listen, if you know that there's someone who knows what they're talking about, whether it's investment, wealth building, stewardship, whatever, put their information in the comment section or email us at newsinmotionwithgail@gmail.com. Again, that's newsinmotionwithgail@gmail.com. I see y'all coming up here and see football, college, NFL, and then also to your grandbabies, Aiden's football game. All right. They were all 3-0 win. I see that. Yes. Finances in motion. So y'all know what we do. We got to get started with our intro because there's so much information we are going to be sharing with you on today. Let's go. Anyone else like me be jamming to that all day? Like, yo, I own the rights to this music. I just can't stop being excited about it. Y'all, that theme music is by a music extraordinaire, Tim Carpenter. And listen, he is phenomenal. So if you ever need some music, a music score, need him to play something for you, contact him. All right, y'all, here's a weekend recap. CDC study has found that 26 states have fully vaccinated more than half their residents. States with the highest vaccination rates have the lowest COVID cases. Even the dominant of the contagious Delta variant, vaccines are still highly effective against COVID-19 hospitalization. However, CNN is reporting in Florida, somebody say Florida, COVID-19 patients occupy 27 of 28 ICU beds in St. Anthony's Hospital in St. Petersburg. Now, y'all, that is 85% of the hospital's COVID-19 patients are unvaccinated. There's something wrong with that, y'all. It's something wrong with that. They're unvaccinated. Y'all, as of September the 12th, let me give you some quick numbers. 36,953 new cases. Yes. 7-day average is 145,724. Y'all, these numbers right here are looking like the numbers we had in 2020. Yeah, we need to fix this. We need to adjust that. We need to fix this. Y'all, the total number of cases in the U.S. after this weekend's number take us to 362. I'll give you that again. The total, including the new cases from this weekend in the U.S. comes to 41,853,362. I'll try that one more time. It goes from 41,853,362. So those are our numbers. So we need to continue to do what we should be doing and be diligent when it comes to social distancing, wearing our masks, washing our hands. And if you have not received a vaccine, go ahead and think about what you need to do to become vaccinated. You should go ahead and think about that. All right, y'all. I see people saying that they're trying to get in. They can't get in. I don't know if it's weather related. I don't know what's happening, but we're going to go ahead and keep moving because there's always a replay. But listen, if you're here, go ahead and hit the share button. Go ahead and hit the share button because we have a guest today that's absolutely phenomenal. All right, y'all. California recall is in full effect. We will know results late tomorrow. President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris are actually on the stomping grounds in California today, getting people out to vote. If you know anybody in the state of California, make sure you get them out so they can get ready to vote. Hello, somebody. Y'all, in North Korea, yeah, they tested over the weekend the long-range cruise missile. And this is the Associated Press that's reporting. They tested that this weekend. And that's a little scary. All right, y'all, school begins for 1 million New York City children. Y'all, and that comes with nearly 300,000 employees who have vaccination rules. That's happening. Y'all, vaccinated, the employees either have to be vaccinated or deal with COVID testing every week. Deal with COVID testing every week. Yeah, y'all, the Browns lost. They were looking good. The Browns lost. I had to check on my dad to make sure that he wasn't having a heart attack. The Browns lost. Y'all, they lost at the end. They came out jamming. I'm like, oh, yeah, this is going to be the year for the Browns. Maybe not. All right, y'all, Britney Spears also gets engaged. I know you're probably saying, who cares? Well, I've been following her because we've been doing the news, see what's happening with the conservatorship and what's going on with her dad. Well, now let's just talk about it. I want to really call Britney up and say, come on, Britney, come on. Do better, Britney, do better, Britney. Now, your dad just gave up the money, holding on to the money. And then after he lets it go, homeboy asks you to marry him. Britney, you better be careful, girl. You better be careful. I'm just saying what I'm saying. I see y'all in here talking about, but the Pittsburgh Steelers won, whatever. All right, y'all, in Apple news, a federal judge issued a mixed verdict in a closely watched antitrust case against Apple on Friday, ruling it must allow developers to directly collect payments from users within their apps, but stop short of modifying the role of its powerful app store. So it's a little, it's a little whatever. All right, y'all, Senator Manchin is back in the news again. Y'all, I don't know what's going on with him. He just needs to go ahead and make up his mind on which side of the aisle he wants to work on. Now, I believe in bipartisanship, but you're just not going to halt something just to halt something because, see, Senator Manchin, you know, the paparazzi was taking pictures of you while you were out there with those other people. And we know you probably made some deals. So this is what's going on, y'all. A 3.5 trillion, that's with a T, spending plan proposed by the White House and congressional Democrats hit a snag on yesterday. As Senator Joe Manchin, he's a Democrat, West Virginia, said he would not vote for the package in its current form. Now, just before you went on break, you was agreeing to vote on it. And now that you was hanging out with them people, you decided to change your mind. So who paid you? What kind of pork do you want for this to move on? Because y'all know we're in a tight 50-50 in the Senate with the vice president coming in to cast her vote. So now he's holding up. So Mnuchin has pushed back on the party's attempt to pass both the budget plan and the $1 trillion bipartisan infrastructure package by the end of September. Yeah, y'all, that's what's happening. Y'all was jamming this weekend, buying up something. So let me go ahead and put this out here for those of you who aren't too sure about what people are buying up from the News in Motion team. Check this out. Yep, yeah, you can get your mug. You can get your mug. Now, the one I have has a smaller logo. The one that you just seen has the entire logo around it on both sides. It's on both sides. Don't worry, y'all. It's on both sides. Just let us know if you want to get one. So many of them. Y'all, I told you we have 40. We down, I think, maybe 4 or 5 now. Up, the team just told me I have 2 left. But we're going to put in another order today. So we can get another, probably not 40, maybe another 10 or 15 in. So get yours today. Y'all in finance, as we're getting real close, go ahead and share the link, share the link, share the link. You don't want to miss this. Y'all finance. U.S. stock market dropped Friday. It did. People are just really unsure what's happening. Y'all, Walmart raises $2 billion, that's with a B, in a green bond. Now, when does Walmart do that? We don't know. We're still digging into that, but that's what's happening. JP Morgan Chase acquires restaurant discovery app, The Factuation. What? Why do y'all need that app? See, sometimes we get so focused on just what we want to do that we are missing where things are happening. So on one hand, we're real excited about what we want to do and what we want to invest in and what we want to buy. Well, we need to make sure we are diversifying all of those things. But in order to do that, many of us are saying, well, we got to get our credit straight. We got to get our credit right. I hear you. And that's why today, hello, somebody, y'all need to share this. Y'all need to share this. Today, we have Dr. Kim Carter with us. This kicks off our Finances in Motion series. Yeah, I'm telling y'all. I've talked one-on-one with Kim. Kim's a friend of mine. Let's be real. Nobody knows that. That's not a secret. It is what it is. And we were really talking about how to raise that credit score. And y'all, she has a story that's absolutely phenomenal. Y'all don't want to miss this segment. Dr. Kim Carter is a professional member of the National Speakers Association. She's a published author. She's a coach. She's a keynote speaker. She's a faith-based, say that real fast, consultant and certified Myers-Briggs type indicator practitioner. She is always igniting your path, accelerating your journey, and intensifying, hello somebody, your life's purpose. We have been talking about money and finances and investment and building and so much of that information. We've been trying to determine how do we get a part of this, a piece of this. And many of you said, but my credit's just not right. So I am so happy to bring her onto the screen today to share with us. Bam, there she is, Dr. Kim Carter. Hey, girl.
Hey, Gail and News in Motion family and the News in Motion team behind the scenes. Good morning.
What's up? Listen, Boom. What, girl? Listen, I want to give you as much time as possible. And I know you have a wealth of information to share with us, but I got to start with this question first. And I believe other people will ask the same. And this, y'all, everyone, this is coming from my own, just stuff from me. So I'm being very vulnerable and transparent. From my experience, when I am in debt or when I was in debt, I have felt trapped, or if it's current tense, feeling trapped, captive, and enslaved. Let's just be honest. It's like you can't breathe at time. You lose sleep. You eat differently. You're not really healthy because you're dealing with that weight, that ball of chain that's wrapped around you from finances. What steps can we take to free ourselves? Hello, somebody, to get free from the bondage of debt so that we can begin to live a life of freedom. I know that was a whole lot right there, but I know you can unpack this for us because of your own journey. So Kim Carter, Dr. Carter, take it away, sister.
Thank you so much, Gail, and thanks for your vulnerability and transparency, as I will be the same. I appreciate your comments because you are not alone. How often do we sit at the table 3, 4 o'clock in the morning in tears because we're short of what we need for bills, or because we found ourselves, like you said, enslaved or trapped by debt, not seeing any way out, feeling like you have fallen into the darkest pit ever, to where it physically makes you sick, and that it manifests itself in so many other ways, like continuous spending and things of that nature. So I feel you, sis. I have been there, and it is troubling, and it has physical, mental, spiritual, emotional manifestations. And so we have to get out of that. I encourage everyone to do just anything that they can to take a step forward to get out of that situation. I'll share with you my personal testimony that helped me. I'm a certified financial counselor, have been for years. I've had my consulting business since 2003, and I've been in leadership and HR consulting, but I've also been a financial coach. I'm certified Dave Ramsey, Money Master Money Manager, D Free, like you name it. I have like 5 of them. And even with all that knowledge, you still have to apply what you know. I have been debt-free 5 million times over. So I have been debt-free over and over again. And at some point, I got so convicted that I felt like I was a hypocrite. I was tithing, I was giving offering. I've always done that my whole life. Thank God for my grandmother who taught me that. And I still was in debt. And it wasn't because I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do, because we get in debt for so many reasons. We get in debt for other people. We get in debt to take care of emergency situations that our savings may not cover. We get in debt because maybe we don't want to touch our savings or touch our retirement. There's so many reasons out there. So this is a no judgment zone about how you got into the debt situation that you're in. Our houses, if you're a homeowner, you get in debt for that. If you are a student, you get in debt for that. And so putting all those reasons aside, let's just talk about where you are. We can start here, and we can move to climb ourselves out of that debt hole situation and begin to experience healthier feelings and emotions and physical greatness of joy because of the steps that we're taking. So I took 3 steps to address my debt situation: prayer, patience, and persistence. I started praying to God. God, I want to be whole. I want to be the best steward that I can be. Stewardship is not just about money. It's about being a steward over everything that God has given you. And it's about honoring him in everything that you do. And so I wanted to be honorable with my finances. I didn't want to just keep going in and out of debt. I wanted to be out of debt for real this time. So I asked him, please change whatever in me that needs to be changed. Mold me into being consistent with this so that I can see this journey through and stay that way this time. And so I went through the 21 Days of Abundance by Deepak Chopra, and it's a meditation series. And throughout that series, it was day 3 or 4, it asked you to speak to abundance, because money isn't bad. Credit isn't bad. It is just sometimes the result of it that can be a bad situation. And so that 21 Days of Abundance really helped me to see the good side of money. It changed my relationship with money, how I thought about money, how I thought about debt. And I had to draw an image of what abundance looked like for me. And it looked like debt freedom. It looked like just joyful and happiness and freedom and philanthropy and legacy to leave your family, philanthropy to help others, sow seeds so that they can see their dreams come true in their businesses and in their families and in the communities and in the world. And so I focused on that. And I asked God, use what you have already given me to help me to be debt free. I said, I speak, I consult, do whatever you need to do. God, I don't even want to put you in a box and say, how are you going to make it happen? Just do it. Just make it happen. And sure enough, he did. My credit score was 640. I don't even know how I got into an apartment, because you needed 650 to get into an apartment, to get a car, to get a home, most things. And so it was by his grace I made it. And so I said, let me climb out of this. And so I will share with you the steps that I took to do that. And I will also share with you that I had to start with getting some accountability partners. So one of the persons that I was in one accord with and teaching financial and courses and everything like that, we came into agreement with one another that I was going to be debt free. And she stood by my side to walk with me. I also picked up another accountability partner who lives in Chicago, because she had done it too. And she was giving me all kinds of tricks. So you need accountability partners. And I won't even say tricks. They're not tricks. They're strategies. And so you need strategies. You need to be vulnerable and transparent, like we have been, and share your information with someone so that they know your business, to hold you accountable for your business, to make it better. And so I did that. I disclosed everything, the amount of debt, how I got into it, everything. And we set a strategy. So that was the prayer part. Then comes the patience. So once I started employing these strategies, and I'll share with you what they are, I was stalking the internet like, is that score going to move? It was like double digit. I was like, okay, let me jump in here and check today. Has it moved? And it will only move like 2 points. And I would get so discouraged. So no internet stalking, because it'll lead to 2-point disaster. Meaning if it goes up only 2 points, then you all upset and mad about it. So don't do that. Give it some time. It will happen. But I will tell you, because I did get so frustrated with it only moving 2-3 points a month, I called back up my accountability partners. Help me to figure out how I can get this to jump 20-30 points. And sure enough, I was told a way, and I'm going to share that way with you as well. And it happened. And God blessed me with more business, more consulting business, more business from work. I got a bonus from work. I put that on debt. I started getting paid to do speak over events for work. I put that on there. I got a pay raise. I put that on there. So anytime you get anything over and above what you were normally living off of, dump that on your debt. I don't care how small you think it is, it will make a tremendous difference. Dumping on the debt. And so let's put in here hashtag dumping on the debt. Anything you get extra, dumping on the debt. And start with the debt that is not necessarily the most debt, but the one that is highest to your maximum amount. So if it's a credit card and you have a couple of them, whichever one is closest to maxing out, start there. That's going to make the biggest difference. Start there. And so also what you want to do is, I spoke with a Wells Fargo business credit analyst who shared with me, pay 8 days ahead of time on every due date. So if your due date is the 10th, pay on the 2nd, pay 8 days ahead of time, and that will help boost your credit score. Sounded a little odd, but I was desperate. I wanted to do whatever. I said, I'm not going to put God in a box. I'm going to do everything my accountability partners and my mentors tell me to do. I did it, and it started jumping so fast. The other thing I did was I made sure that I included in all of that, no more spending, no reward spending. So what? It jumped 30 points. Don't go spend anything rewarding yourself. Keep going. Just keep going. And so I encourage you, pay 8 days ahead of time. Pay the highest balance that's to your maximum balance amount. Pay everything extra that you can on it, and you'll start seeing the snowball effect. The other thing I did was I remembered something I learned in Dave Ramsey's Financial Peace University when I was getting certified for that. To get money, to sell whatever you have to get money, I had the $1,000 challenge where I had to get $1,000 in less than 7 days, and I did it. I sold. I had a Garmin Fitbit watch. I had a couple of them. You can't wear, but one at a time. I sold that. I was trying to sell these fur coats. I was selling everything that I wasn't wearing. Even if I was wearing it, one time if I wore it and it was in great condition, Poshmark. I went to the thrift stores. I did everything that I could to take everything that was in a decent working condition, and I sold it, and I made over $1,000 in that 1 week. And because of that $1,000 challenge and the results it rendered, I still keep cleaning out closets and looking for something with a tag on it that I can take back or that I can sell. And so that never stops. When you find that these practices work for you, and I'm just sharing what worked for me, you'll find what works best for you. When you find that, when you hit that groove, stick with it. Don't ever stop. It doesn't matter if you reach your goal or not. Keep going. Just keep going. And we can bless others by giving up some of the things that we don't use or that we've only used one time. So sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it. Just be free. So I mean, I will tell y'all, it freed up my house. So I have space. I don't feel like I'm carrying things that I'm not using. And it was hard giving away and selling some of the sentimental items that I was holding on to that I wasn't using. Don't get rid of all the things from great grandma, but some of the things it's okay to let go. And so please emotionally get ready. Pray about that. Be patient as you employ all of these steps to help your credit score increase, and keep finding ways. Call Consumer Credit Counseling. They are great at helping you to find ways to increase your credit score. I'll keep talking to my Wells Fargo friend and finding out, she's a business credit consultant. You think I'm not going to listen to her and be BFFs with her? I'm going to keep calling saying, what else can I do? I got frozen at 807. I couldn't get it to move above 807. I said, okay, what do I need to do next? And so I started making sure I wasn't purchasing things that would cause credit pulls. There's a soft credit pull and a hard credit pull. The soft ones are just somebody verifying you have credit, but not evaluating your credit for something. But those hard pulls are when you're trying to buy a car or a house or trying to get a loan for something. Those hard credit pulls that evaluate your credit cost you points on your credit if they're not in the same family. Like if it's not all, like if you go to 3 car places and then a house, those are 2 different families. And so keep it in the family. Try to keep it under 3 so that that doesn't affect your credit score. And so just keep all those things in mind. I know I'm sharing a lot with you. We're going to have time on Patreon where we're going to go and do a deeper dive into this. But I wanted to give you some of the nuggets that really helped me in this situation that blessed my life. Credit is king. No matter what, because the higher your credit score, that means a 0 interest rate on a car as opposed to a 4 or 5. That means a lower interest rate when you buy your house. That means you can get the things you need without those interest charges so that you can pay it in time. Also, don't get tripped up with these 0 balance transfers. If you transfer your credit from one credit vehicle to another and they get you on, you'll have no payments and no interest rates. Avoid that, because are you really going to pay it? Are you going to forget about it? Is it going to sit there? We can't afford to take the risk. So just don't do it. Follow these things and be persistent. Never give up. Do not get discouraged. Keep going. You will be rewarded. What I thought was a sacrifice was the greatest reward I could have ever received in debt freedom. And I want you to receive that and feel that as well. More on Patreon. Thank you so much, Gail and the News in Motion family.
Oh, you're welcome. And yes, we have a couple questions. Now, listen, you all, those of you who are putting in private questions, we're trying to grab them and we have to retype them, but we understand that you want them private because of this is a sensitive topic situation. So a couple things. One, I'm gonna get to the questions in a few moments. So y'all know we're probably gonna go over a minute. Just hang with me. But the other thing is, everyone get in touch with Dr. Kim Carter if this is something you want to do. And here's her information. Here's her information here. And we will also put it in the thread. Now, for those of you who are on Patreon, you're going to get a 30-minute Zoom live with Dr. Kim Carter asking your own questions. Hello, somebody. That's going to be next Thursday, September the 23rd. We'll put more information on Patreon for that. But look, if you're not a Patreon member, this is where you want to go. www.patreon.com/newsinmotion. These things are going to be coming to you quite rapidly. So you want to join Patreon. You get so much over there. But anyway, that's enough commercial for that. But this is how you get in touch with Dr. Kim Carter. Okay, so with that being said, let's get back to some of these questions. One of the questions, I lost it now. I had put it in here, or Carl did, one of them did. Do we pay on the lowest debt first?
My answer to that, there's two ways you can go with that. You'll remember what we described at the beginning of feeling really low in a dark place and it really affecting you. If you are in that situation, you need a quick win. So I would encourage you, pay the lowest one first so that you can get a quick win. You need to know you can do this. You need to know that this doesn't have you bound. So pay the lowest one first so you can get that quick win and then post it up everywhere.
Yeah.
I would say second to that, if you're in a different place, you can then pay the one that is closest to the maximum amount. So if your credit limit is $13,000 and you're at $12,999, pay that one off first, because the closer you are to the max, the harsh the rating is on your credit score. So you want to get that one lowered as soon as possible. So it may not be the lowest debt, but it is the one that is closest to being maxed out. That's the one you want to do first, unless you need a quick win. I'm all for the quick wins. We need that encouragement. We need that inspiration. Yeah.
All right. Patricia Lau says, once you start getting debt cleared up, how soon after should you see your score go up? If it hasn't gone up, what should you do, or who do you check with?
Okay, so I've been tracking my credit score for multiple years just because of me being that coach. And so what I will tell you is from May until December is when mine went from 640 to 807.
From May to December?
Right, May of 2020 to December of 2020.
Wow, y'all, so it can be done. Keep going, girl.
It's still there. I'm trying to get it above that 807. So I will let you know what I find out about getting that movement going. But the way I did it was I shared with you, I dumped everything on the debt, every extra piece of money I was making. So I have a second job, that consulting business. And so I prayed for more clients. Now, I didn't get much sleep. I was tired, but I was on a mission. And so I took extra consulting work that I kept for myself and didn't necessarily give to my team because I was on a mission. And so you are going to have to make some sacrifices, but it will be the greatest reward ever. So that's the time frame. It depends on how much money you have to dump on the debt, one, and it depends on what type of debt it is. We can talk about credit card debt versus other kind of debt, but that makes the difference in how fast things move. So that revolving debt, that credit card debt, you do want to take care of that first because that one's weighted high. So I hope that answers your question about the timing, how much you have, and the type of credit it is. But reach out to me. We can talk more specifically about that.
I'm loving this. We got another question. Damia says, how does the DUNS number affect your business credit?
Oh my goodness. So that is still very much well looked at. It can affect if companies are doing business with you. So for instance, there's been a lot of improprieties with companies over the years, as we can call them all out. We know the stories. So what you want to do, your DUNS number, which you can get that credit rates your business separate from your personal if they are separated legally. You want to make sure that's the best possible because companies now are looking at that credit score for credit worthiness of doing business with you. And so if you have had a nonprofit or if you've had an LLC that has been in bankruptcy, that has had financial trouble, that has liens, that someone has gone after you for money and it's recorded legally, all those things are going to affect your DUNS number. So you want to make sure that credit score is just as in good position as we're talking about your personal one is. Because if you can't get business, you can't get out of personal debt. And so definitely pay attention to that. Thanks, Damia, so much for that, because this isn't just about personal credit, but it's about your business credit, which is personal to you, right?
Right, right. Yeah, there again is Dr. Kim Carter's information. Again, she will be on Patreon with us on next Thursday, September 23rd. Is that right, Kim?
Yeah.
I'm like going, is that right? Is that right? I'm looking for the team to respond to me. I think that's what they I see. The 20th or the 23rd. We're gonna find out which day is gonna work best for Dr. Kim Carter. We're gonna move forward with that. So if you are not on Patreon, y'all go to www.patreon.com/news in motion. You're going to get 30 minutes one-on-one in a Zoom with Dr. Kim Carter. And then y'all call her one-on-one. Sometimes this is some very personal information, but you have to invest in yourselves, y'all. It's time for us to invest in ourselves and to grow accordingly. Now, let me back up about Poshmark, everybody. Hello, somebody. Listen. I got stuff on Poshmark and it does sell. It does sell. And I'm like, I like this. But what I've done, I'm sure Dr. Kim Carter's done the same. I attach it to a savings account. And when I hit the redeem, the money that has come in, it goes straight to the savings account. I don't touch it. It's not something like I get and go spend. I put it to a savings account. Now, if I need to pay off a bill, then I pay off that bill. But it goes to the savings account. You have a lot of people saying thank you. Yes, I see you, Hester. Lori says quick win. I was going to call you Dr. John Gore. John Gore says this is so on point, all very true. Hester says awesome, thank you. Trina says great information. Regina says great information. Pastor Antoinette says fantastic. Deborah says great advice. I mean, we can go on and on and on and on and on with all of the accolades of people saying thank you. While you're still on here, let me go ahead and give up. And then, of course, we got this one. You know him. This was some dope info. Let me see what I keep wanting to call you Dr. John Gore. John, you got something to tell us? Always pay off your bills early. No late payments. This is the easiest way to increase or decrease your score. Pay early. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yep, 8 days in advance. And Gail, you said something I forgot. Swipe. Some people have what's called a swipe account, where if you set it up to swipe the extra money, like rounding up. So if something costs you $8.02, you want to round it up to 9 or round it up to 15 or round it up to 25. Yep. It'll swipe that into a separate account. That's another great way to get that quick $1,000 is through the swipe. I totally forgot all about it because I got $2,000 doing that. And so swipe away because you're not going to miss it. Swipe a comfortable amount. You can set maximum on it, but swipe. Not every bank does it, but most national banks will allow you to do the swipe feature. So thank you for saying that about Poshmark, because I totally forgot about that. That's where I got most of my money from.
Hey, listen, y'all. We have to find ways. And y'all know y'all walk through your house and you got clothes in there thinking you can lose 20 pounds and get back in it. You may lose the 20 pounds, but those go ahead and put them on Poshmark. Now you have your stuff you take to the Goodwills, because there's times like if I'm buying something, let me give something away. That's sowing and reaping. You got to do that too. But y'all, we have to start somewhere. That's why we were so excited to start this Finance in Motion series segment. We want to do this together, y'all. We don't want to leave anyone behind. And I think we should all jump on that 1,000 challenge. Hello, somebody. So we have from now until the end of September. Y'all, let's get in the challenge. We're going to work up some things that you get, whoever gets there first. We're going to figure out something where you can win. That's going to be our trivia for this month. So y'all, let's all get ready for this $1,000 challenge. Dr. Kim Carter, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us. Let me give y'all the inspirational message real quick while she's still on the line. Y'all, this is the Ministry in Motion message. I want to say close the holes.
Yes.
Close the holes. Let me see. Demia says, before I go to close the holes, that's a hole in a purse right there, Demia. Can you teach us how to wean our adult children out of our pockets? Hello, somebody. What a segment that will be. That's for sure.
I will call you, honey, because I know this is publicized. Some family members I had to wean off of my adult ones. I will call you personally and tell you exactly how I did that.
And I love the fact that the team is telling me, and I'm looking around, I can't see, the team is saying that as we've got into this credit piece, the numbers increase. I know I'm not a numbers person, but that says to us, a lot of people want this information. So we want to keep this going. So we see, so every Monday, we will have a financial piece that's going to help us get into investment and growing. But I'm liking that $1,000 challenge. So anyway, let's close the holes of our purse. Y'all know what? Y'all know I believe Jesus Christ. Y'all know who I follow. Y'all, in the Bible, in the book of Haggai, chapter 1, verse 6, it says, "You have planted much, but have harvested little. You eat, but you never have enough. You drink, but you never have your fill. You put on clothes, but you are not warm. You earn wages only to put them in a purse with holes in it." Y'all, we got to stop the leaks. We got to close the holes. So we need to take the necessary steps by looking at our debt. Y'all, don't run. Don't avoid looking at your credit score and looking at what's on there. Look at your collections and say, okay, all right, not by my will, but by the will of the Lord, I'm going to accomplish becoming debt free. If we tap into that accountability partner, y'all, which means we have to trust the person that we're confiding in and say, I just need you to send me a text message reminding me to pack my lunch. Y'all, do you know when you go through McDonald's or Starbucks or Arby's or Bob Evans or you name it, when you're paying that, you could have had a whole week's meal. Think about that. Instead of paying that Starbucks bill or that Dunkin' Donuts bill or that Tim Hortons bill, take that $5 and put it in your savings account, or take that $5 to pay a bill. Y'all, you may say it's only $5. $5 makes a difference. Pay that. Pay that because you're working that down. Listen, y'all, we got to close the holes. Y'all know what I say. Y'all, until tomorrow, I'm Gail Dudley with your news in motion. And y'all know it's time to make some moves, y'all. We got to make some moves with our finances. Hello, somebody. Make some moves.